What's going on, everyone? Caught you, Rob. Peace. Peace. I'm going to talk about magnetism Earth, and portals. As you can see, this is the so-called Earth magnetic wave. Now, I'm not going to want you to look at this as, hey, this is the actual Earth we live on, just because there's global, there's flat, there's in between, there's whatever. This is basically water. Think of Earth as water because they call Earth water planet. So Earth is water. All right, so Earth is water. All right, and you can look at Earth as a black hole as well, to trap light. So we're inside of Earth, and we're that light trying to get out to escape. You have to be your heart needs to be light as a feather, they say, or Christ is coming. The light, a greater light will come to lift you up to get you out. The way to get out of the black hole is you need some type of force to lift you out of, or to help you escape. So portals, magnetism. This basically is something that everyone's seen already. The Mayan calendar. The Mayan calendar is basically a disc. We know frisbee. We throw frisbees. We always got something that funny enough, frisbees, flying saucers, all these things. It makes we shields, even like shields when we go fight. You get all this symbolatry on it. You go around and around and around and around. Each layer, each of these layers represents trials or gateway, or dimensions, tribulations, trials that you have to go through before you reach the center. Or you can look at it as, if you have different higher surrounding deities, and when they line up, they cause different frequencies to occur within the middle. So you can look at this as, like, we're in the middle, we're Earth, and everything around us is like the archangels, the higher angels, and the highest angels, and they're all surrounding, looking down within Earth. Earth that's in the middle. So I was looking at this magnetism Earth, and you can see this. You can basically say the same thing, right? Look like angel rings in a way. It look like the, how we say, Kachina. These are so-called space. Space means empty, by the way. But this is the image of, if you want to call it Earth, could be a sperm going towards the sun. You know, right here. You can look at it like that. But there's these magnetic waves in the middle that basically we are living within the sperm egg, being, or it's a cocoon. We're in a cocoon shell right now until we get to that great light to be transformed. So let me pull up something else for you. All right, so basically here we go. So here's a good example right here. Um, I was looking at this as a shell. We're in a shell within a shell, right? Or you see the cosmic egg. It's the same thing like a cosmic egg. And inside is the portal to different life. Or, everything shaping around it is configuring that life inside of it. All this stuff is magnetism. Magnetism and water and fire. And this creates the portal. That way how you can jump shift into different dimensions. And when you mentioning going to somewhere else. You always talk about, hey, yo, when you die, where you gonna go? Well, so that's dimension. You dimensioning, hey, where would you want to go when you die? So you're looking at this like, okay, here's the sun. That's the gateway. The sun is the gateway portal because you're inside the egg, the water. You go into the sun. You get transported to a different place of time. So that's when people say, hey, to see the light, you go into the sun, and they get transported somewhere different. You're into a new wherever you go. You'll be inside of a new body, coming out as a baby, or you don't even have to be coming out as a baby. You can just be coming out as coming through portal into somewhere totally different. It depends. You change the frequency of the sundial. This is what that is right here. This is the sundial. You change the frequency. So you change the frequency. You change the sundial. Those games. Let me see if I can find that game show of a sundial moving around. Now I'm not sure why this is freezing up. It's freezing up all of a sudden. I'm doing this. Maybe I need to turn my camera off. It may help it. Hmm. I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later, but I just want to show you like a little image of the sundial moving around. Maybe I could find something that shows what I'm thinking. I don't know why it moves so slow. We just found it first. Um. Okay. Well, I guess you get you get the image. You get the whole concept. So basically, Indiana Jones, he always goes to those doors, those like movies where they're exploring, and you see those doors, and you see all those like little dials moving and twisting and stuff. It twists towards whoever makes contact with it. It based off your frequency, off your magnetism. So that's what this is right here. Basically, you're inside of a shell in Earth, or this is you in a portal going towards the sun. When you leave the body, you shoot off like light, heading towards the sun, and the sun dial changes the frequency depending on who you are, what you did. So this is like Christ, and he changes you. Then you go into another place, right? So Ezekiel talks about this in the Bible too, quite a bit about the mobile wheels. And you notice in this image right here, you show Yahweh. Now Yahweh is a volcano god. However, uh, the same deal. Fire. Yahweh is a volcano god, but it's a fire. He's a fire god. Right? So that's the sun, and this wheel upon the wheel will represent Earth, or you, the egg, and Earth, and all these like eyes are all the angels or ankles or magnetism. Angels are magnets, and that attach themselves to you based off your frequency. And over here, the beast, that's the whole Merkaba thing. That's the whole four corners. They'll represent something else too. The ox, the eagle, the human face. We're not gonna get into all that. Man, all this stuff is popping up. But yeah, that will animals, the animal spirit, the way that will represent what. If I can get this thing stopped freezing. Okay, so the chair is drawn by four living creatures, each having four faces: a man, a lion, an ox, and an eagle, and four wings. We know the eagle represents the wings. The lion will represent some type of each of these have some type of meaning. You can look at that in two different ways you want. Animal spirits. You can look up animal spirits and see what type of animal that you're aligning with. Oh, so-called animal spirits. This what there are books about that. And we always use animals and to represent some sort of power with that person. Representation. You can look at the Mesopotamians, the Egyptians, and all of these drawings where they show them with crocodile heads or a rhino face, hippopotamus. You got the Yakazulu. Oh no, not Yakazulu. Ka, Cthulhu. Yeah, Cthulhu. The octopus head. So, but then again, they used the lion in the Bible because that's Judah. The ox represent, they always was sacrificing uh the horns, the ox, the horns. Eagles represent, high levels of your messengers, your angels. The man represents, the bottom creature. So there was meanings behind those things. But beyond that, you get the will, you get the will beyond within the will. the wheel within a wheel. So, and realms full of eyes all around it. When you look at magnetic Earth, you get a wheel before wheel and eyes. You get eyes. So it was talking about magnetic Earth and the direction of which the current flows. As you can see, all these would represent eyes. So the eyes would be where the current flows, or where it pushes out, pushes in. As you can see, all these will be eyes. All these will be ears. Yeah, so all these will be eyes. All these will be ears, and your north and south could represent animals as well. Your north and south, east, west represent different animals, different, and the animals represent different forms of egos. Because when you go to the north, south, east, west, people have different type of mannerism, different egos that you have to deal with, different beliefs. Um, yeah, let's keep this going. Did it freeze? Okay. All right. Not sure what it picked up because this thing keep freezing. Man, I had an update, a system update with this program, and now it just keep freezing. So what are portals in the water? What are these portals in the water? This is something I'm looking at. Are the portals? So are the portals in the water? Are the portals in the water? Excuse me. Are there portals in the water that leads to space? I believe so. But it's not called space. It's called inner Earth. But inner Earth that leads to different quadrants. And then, like I said, you got this right here where you have inner, you got inner, where some of these there's tunnels and waterways that leads to different coordinates of Earth that they don't want to show you. When Jesus was basically took into the top of the mountain to see over the earth, this is what was shown. He went on top of this mountain. You notice how he got different quadrants. Notice you got different quadrants right here. So that's what that is right here. You got different quadrants that you can exit into. So who knows which one we're on? We could be on this one. We could be on this one at the very bottom. Yeah, Earth is the pyramid in a sense. You got nothing but water, magnetism, right? Yeah, we could be living on far on the reach of the eyes, and then once we go more inner, you'll see Mount Meru, and then you can go to through the tunnel and go to the very top. But they'll keep that stuff. They'll keep that type of stuff hidden. But yeah, there's portals, and NASA knows about different waterways. Pretty sure they do because they got these satellites orbiting around water. Notice all the satellites they have is orbits around the water. they be studying the water. They only say 2% of the water has been, only 2% of water been actually explored. They can't go beyond a certain point, but they know more about so-called space above our heads in the water below our feet, because that's the real space, you know, quote unquote space. But there's nothing empty down there. It's all full of life. So yeah, these are different. This will represent the arc waves. This will be a magnet in the water in the middle. Oh, this would be magnetism. So when you have these IFOs, UFOs, or whatever you want to call them, triforce shaped flying flying disc, they come from water. People say they come from water when they see them. So you got magnetism. That's how they open these gateways, and they zip in, zip out. And when they come out, they reflect. They have some type of reflecting light on their ships where you really can't see them. But yeah, these are real. Some of these are real images of this stuff happening. You can look this stuff up yourself. These water holes, it just occurs, and then it looked like some type of luminescent light, or something came from within, opening up like this. When you look at the sky, and when you look at the sky, we have the same exact thing. It's a rainbow. A rainbow is actually a ring, a halo ring, just like in a Halo video game. You have a halo ring, and then water falls through. It rains down on us. That's how there's some magnetic force above us, because this will be a halo, but this will be a rainbow. You'll be looking up at a rainbow and be thinking that, okay, how did we get to the edge of the rainbow? But we're looking at a ring. Earth have a ring around, by the way, an invisible ring, and that's another part of the magnetical force. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. My computer moves so slow right now with this recording. I should have did this on my other computer, but this is the only one with my camera at the moment. This is a built-in camera, so it's not gonna really be the best looking thing. Now, does Earth have a invisible ring? Now, if you read this, they say no, but it does actually. It said it may have had one in the past. Now, it said it has had one in the past, but when we talk about rings, we talk about something that you can visually see. But you don't need to visually see it. It just need to be magnetically there, which it is. So therefore, Earth has a ring. And said Earth invisible protector is a magnetic force, and that is its ring power. Now, and I'll be going through this. I'll be like, okay, Earth ring is exactly what you see here. This is a ring. This right here is the ring. A will beyond a will, Ezekiel will, all this stuff, magnetism. And when the light hits through it, it bounces off because it doesn't really magnetize. It's an egg. It protects you. It's a shell. But once you dissect from the body, you shoot off like light, and then you can be consumed by this. Like which I said, it's a portal gateway that takes you to somewhere else because this is light. This will be you escaping now, going into a sun, going to a beam of light. All these gateways is light. When people be in there have dying state, they say they see bodies coming out the portals. They see something coming out of the portal or whatnot. This is it right here. So let's go ahead and go to YouTube and let me see if I can find a example. Stargate. Someone's coming here. Let me go ahead and finish this up. Activating the portal. All right, let's watch this.
These figures that's
Man, hold up, real quick. I'm not sure why this is moving so slow. I don't like this update to this system. Man, it was not moving this slow. Pretty. But I'm pretty much sure y'all know about Stargate. Pretty sure y'all know about Stargate, and plus I'm not gonna play this whole entire thing because then they're gonna be like, "Oh, copyright strike, MGM." Even though this is old movie, they're still they still gonna hit you up that copyright strike. But yeah, I just want to take a little short thing right here and show you how you see a will before a will, and they're talking about magnetism in this movie. I'm not sure if this even recorded. Hopefully they recorded. But yeah, Some whistleblower talking about alien demons, portals, Stargate. I may watch that. But yeah, as you can see, the water, the light in the middle. When you come from the mother's womb, you coming out of the water, and then there's light. It's the sun. So you go through the sun. This is pretty cool. Someone made their own Stargate. Okay, let's watch this one quick. This is something I wanted to show y'all: magnetism, mercury, liquid. Let's see exactly what happens. I'm not sure if I may do this because man, it's just freezing up way too much. I'll just let y'all just go on YouTube, just look up magnetism and water yourself. Yeah, let's see what happens here. All right, here we go. Here we go. Size 9 gloves. I was wanting to say something about that. The number 9 frequency. But it's off topic. It's off topic. All right, here we go. Here we go. I like this type of stuff too. Scientific experiments. And we need to get back to this too. Scientific experiments, having our own like little home labs. You just gotta know what you're doing though. You just can't be like, hey, I want to do some science experiment. You gotta know what you're doing too. All right, let's see. That's pretty cool. So see how the man just made a tornado, this vortex opening. So if we wanted to hide anything inside of water, we could. And then when it's time for us to exit out, all we need to do is turn on our magnetic fuel booster, or whatever you want to call it. And then that's where you fly out. You fly out from the underground base, underwater base. And they be showing all this type of stuff in movies all the time, but we just think it's a movie. We don't think of it as anything else other than a movie. But all this stuff is showing you right here. You can do this. Who's here? Okay, never mind. Oh, it's my aunt. It's my aunt. They just gossiping. My mom, my aunt gossiping. Yeah, there we go. You see, they show all this type of stuff all the time, right? In movies. Let's check this out up here. Let's see if this got sound. I may stop it right here because man, this thing freezing up horribly. Yeah, I'm gonna do this on my other computer. I won't have my face camera, but hell, this won't be freezing up like this. Yeah, I made it stop it right here. Man, this moves so slow. But y'all get the idea. I think the first video was good enough. Really, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. All right, so this thing, man, I may have to. He did. They the company. They at first was running just fine. Then the company got consolidated with another company. Now it's moving horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna have to invest into something else. But anyway, I think it's pretty much it for right now. Magnetism, water, earth, portals, how it works, how we are basically the same exact body. Magnetism, earth, body. Matter of fact, magnetic body, right? You can look at that magnetic body. And there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. People talk about magnetism. You can use magnetism to help heal the body. You use magnets to heal the body, to do different things. Humans can sense Earth magnetic field. Yes, you can. If you are tuned, your heart is very highly magnetic. Your body is very highly magnetic. That's why we gotta eat certain type of things to boost the alkaline state in us. But we got to keep it in balance and check. You don't want to be too alkaline. That's poisonous. But you gotta be very highly in tuned to Earth. It goes deep within the DNA. It really starts with the DNA. And here's the last thing I'm gonna do before I end this video. I don't want to make the video too long. I don't like to make too long videos. People attention spans are pretty much low. So our body needs magnetic energy, which is absolutely true. So there's different things you can do to keep yourself magnetically alkaline charge. I'm drinking some alkaline water. I have different things to keep me detox. I have things to keep me detox. Am I able to see this? Are you able to see this? All right, you're not able to see. I got my cropped. I got something over my image to crop everything. It's called dandelion leaf and root. Dandelion tea. I have turmeric tea. I have all these different things over here to keep me as magnetically charged as possible. Hey, do yourself self justice by buying things to keep you magnetically charged as possible to keep you mentally, and spiritually in good standing. with Earth changing. Earth be constantly changing. Earth is constantly changing. And we gotta make sure that we are magnetically positively in tune with it. We gotta be, I would say we gotta be in a state where when you have the Bureau and then the twin star system come back. So twin star systems is basically two magnets that will come over Earth. And those two magnets will basically be just like this right here, as you can see on the screen, where it will positively charge you or it will basically rip you apart because you don't align. So that's what this is right here. People talk about they ready to ascend. Well, ascension starts from deep within. So you're either going to be changed from within or explode or implode. Implosion, self explosion, body implosion, because you can't sustain the energy that comes from two suns' magnetic force within the Earth portal. So that's what's going to happen. I'm going to end this video there, and I'll make a part two later. I gotta figure out why this is freezing up, but I want to make sure everything I'm saying is getting picked up. So hopefully everything did get picked up quite well. All right, it's caught you raw. Check out my YouTube and my Facebook. Come on my Facebook anytime. Check out all the stuff I put up, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, peace.